All right, now King Charles III will be crowned the King of Britain formally on Saturday. Across the United Kingdom, people are preparing for this grand once-in-a-lifetime event. There are concerts, street parties, community lunches. The British authorities are not leaving any stone unturned for this event to be a perfect one. Now, everyone is preparing and practicing for the biggest day in the United Kingdom, which has come after 70 long years. And our next report gets you the details.
London is preparing for Charles's coronation. Everyone part of the event is practicing every day to look perfect. Even the horses who will pull Charles's golden carriage are in their spirits. Meanwhile, in Buckingham Palace, preparations are underway inside and outside the building. Some royal superfans were also seen camping outside the palace, as they don't wish to miss the chance of witnessing the historic event.
I think I personally, I'm very lucky to get the experience of the excitement, at the same time learning about the traditional history of Great Britain, that we have new crown king.
The event is expected to attract large crowds on the streets of London. Various leaders and head of states will be attending the coronation. So security is a big concern for UK authorities, especially after a man was arrested outside Buckingham Palace on the grounds of suspicion. King Charles, ahead of his most important day, met various leaders at lunch hosted by UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. After which, Charles and his son Prince William greeted well-wishers outside Buckingham Palace.
The WION's Molly Gambhir is currently in London, got to witness some of these preparations firsthand, and she's sent us this report detailing as to how jubilant the city is ahead of the coronation. Take a look.
We're right now making our way through London just hours before the King's coronation ceremony, which is going to be taking place at Westminster Abbey at 11 a.m. Around 100 heads of state, 2,000 guests in all who will be a part of that ceremony, and of course thousands of people who are expected on the streets. And as a result, we are seeing security arrangements, elaborate arrangements that have been put in place ahead of that ceremony through the week as well. And just hours to go before the ceremony, this is what London is looking like at this point as we make our way through the streets of London. Road closures at several points. In fact, the hotel where we are staying at has also last night sent out these leaflets informing the guests about the event restrictions, the road closures. The kind of security that we are witnessing, more than 11,000 police officers are expected to patrol the streets of London for that ceremony, as the procession will be starting from Buckingham Palace and making its way to Westminster Abbey. And that's where the coronation service will be. And we will be getting you all the updates on the day of the coronation.
All right, and also to give us more perspective as to what things are looking like at this moment in Britain, just a day before the coronation ceremony, we are being joined by Cameron Walker, who's a royal correspondent for GB News. Now, Cameron, thank you very much indeed for joining us here on WION. And let me begin by asking you this. This is an event that is happening 70 years since the last coronation ceremony was held. King Charles has his coronation ceremony tomorrow. Give us a sense of what the mood is like within Britain at this moment.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a historic moment. As you said, it's the first time in 70 years this has happened. And you only have to walk down the Mall, which is the long road that stretches from Buckingham Palace to Trafalgar Square, part of the procession routes, which we'll see tomorrow. And hundreds of people have been camped out for the entire week in tents, wearing Union Jacks, waving flags. People from all over the world have come here because they want a prime seat for the coronation procession. As of the wider London community, I think it's very exciting. Lots of people are very excited, but there are some people who are not happy that the coronation is taking place at all. We are expecting a big Republican protest in Trafalgar Square tomorrow, expected more than 1,000 people to be part of that protest, holding big yellow placards saying "Not my king." On the whole, though, I think most people are excited to join in the celebrations, but one or two people are certainly not very happy.
Absolutely, indeed. And also tell us a bit about, the popularity of the monarchy as an institution within the British people. Because over the years, with the personality that Queen Elizabeth II had, she was someone who was very, very popular with the British masses. But King Charles, does he evoke the same sense of, appreciation that the Queen did?
Yeah, I think what we have to remember is that the popularity for Queen Elizabeth II was not the same as the popularity for the monarchy in general. So, of course, when you look at the latest polling, it shows that the majority of people in the United Kingdom are very much still in favour of the monarchy. But if you look at the age demographic, people aged 18 to 24, a majority of them would prefer a elected head of state rather than a monarchy. Whereas if you look at the older generation, 60, 70 plus, they are very much in favour of the monarchy. And the challenge for the British institution is to engage those younger people and carry them with them, essentially, to to try and persuade them that the monarchy is the best thing for this country. So it depends who you ask, and it depends which age demographic you ask as well.
Absolutely, indeed. And also, my last question to you, Cameron, is this: what kind of a king will King Charles III be?
Well, that is the ultimate question, isn't it? I think if you look at what he was as the Prince of Wales, he was an environmentalist, he liked sustainability, and he also had a huge passion for supporting those people less fortunate than himself. So if you look at the Prince's Trust, for example, a charity he set up in the 70s to try and get young people out of poverty, providing them with education, providing them with employment to try and help themselves. It's those kind of initiatives which I think we'll see more from King Charles. But of course, now he is king, he has to be very, very politically impartial, as he would have had to have been as the Prince of Wales. But of course, sometimes he, perhaps some people would argue, overstepped the mark. But now he is very much knows it's his duty to be the king for everybody, and will very much take government advice and act accordingly.
Absolutely, indeed. Thank you very much indeed, Cameron Walker, for joining us and getting us all those insights there.
Thank you.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.